Britt? What do you want?
What did you do to him? I should have known. You're a liar. Just like Mama.
Britt, what are you talking about?
Don't try to deny it. I see what you did to him. I'm calling the Barnavarna, and they'll see it too.
See who? Britt, this isn't like you. Are you okay?
Admit what you did, or they'll take him far away. Where you won't be able to hurt him again.
This is ridiculous. Britt, I'm hanging up.
Mama?
Orson?
Mama, I'm at the ice hotel with Aunt Britt. It's cold here.
Orson? Orson!
I'm sorry for keeping you waiting.
We need to speak with Xavier. Our daughter is missing.
Oh my god. Eric, are you okay?
Where is Xavier?
A situation has come up. It might be best if we talk privately.
Rach, please.
Eric stays.
You know our rules around discussing the withering with initiates.
Eric is experiencing the withering too. I saw it.
Fine, he can stay. But you say nothing.
Where is Xavier?
He's gone.
What? Where did he go?
We don't know. He disappeared after Toby's ritual, saying something about protecting the innocents.
Do you think Xavier could have taken her with him?
He must have.
Trust me, everything will work out exactly as it's intended.
I appreciate you standing up for me. It means a lot.
Who are they to tell me that my husband can't be part of the conversation? Everything is going to be all right. Faith is safe. Xavier took her to protect her from the withering.
Do we know that for sure?
He said he was going to protect the innocent. How much clearer could it be? We have to trust the Foundation. Trust Xavier. When it's safe, he'll come back with Faith. We'll just wait for them to return.
Wait?
I know this is hard for you, but if Faith was out there, we would have found her by now.
I'm not listening to this.
We can't go back out there. It's not safe. The best thing we can do is stay put and wait for Xavier. For our daughter.
You're the one who said the Foundation failed us, and now you want to stay here and wait for Xavier?
Yes, Eric, that's exactly what I'm saying. Xavier's going to bring her back. I can feel it.
No! I'm not going to be pushed around by you. Not this time. You've made me cut off my only real friend. Refuse to tell me why? Just to trust you? And now Toby's dead.
How do you even know that?
Rachel, what the hell? This is ridiculous. And I'm not going to leave Faith out there to die too.
I just want to keep you safe.
No. Rachel, what you want is to be in control.
Eric, you can't go back out there. Please.
You want to stay here and wait for Xavier? Go ahead. But I'm going to find our daughter.
¿Qué tal, mi gente? Soy Penumbra. Buenas noches, ¿cómo están? El día de hoy nos toca jugar con Astrid. Solamente va a haber un cameo. Algo me dice... Ay, perdón. Que será algo corto el gameplay. Ok. Astrid te empieza despertando ahí en medio de el hospital. Las cadenas, siempre me han llamado la atención esas cadenas. Me recuerda mucho a Hellraiser. Los ganchos, los cenobitas, todo eso. Los cuerpos ahí todos colgando. De verdad parece muchísimo Hellraiser. Están los gemelos colgando. Nuestro turno de pasar por un ladito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listo, perfecto. Y tenemos barra llena. ¡No puede ser! Ah, joder, bueno. Ese siempre lo avientan ahí, pero es muy, muy separado. No me da tiempo de apretarle todo. Pero bueno, mi gente, ahí vamos, seguimos todavía. La comunidad de plano va muy, muy abajo en esta ocasión, mi gente. Vamos, mi comunidad, ¿qué les pasa? Vamos, vamos, ándenle, muy bien, comunidad. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Sigan subiendo, muy bien, sigan subiendo la esperanza de vida de Astrid. Ya está a una tercera parte, muy bien. Después de que iba casi vacía, subió de golpe. Subió de golpe y un Goliat. Ahí, quietecitos, quietecitos. No hacemos ruido. Ok. Pulsación, pulsación, pulsación. Rápido, 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 rápido. Perfecto. Muy bien en el último segundo. Perfecto. 1, 2, 3. Soltamos. De acuerdo. Bueno. Estuvo bien. No perdimos nada. Y muy bien, mi comunidad. Ya va casi al 50% la esperanza de vida. Le van echando bastante ganas. Ahora sí van con todo, mi gente. Definitivamente 1, 2, 3, soltamos. Definitivamente hoy sí la comunidad sí está echando bastantes pilas para que pueda salir adelante nuestro personaje. Vean, va casi al 50%. Vamos al 50%. Aquí son ¿qué? ¿Perros? Si bien recuerdo. ¿O son las cucarachas? No, aquí son las cucarachas. Aquí son las cucarachas. Así que 1, 2, soltamos. Ah, bueno, de acuerdo, peor es nada. Muy bien, un perfecto más. Muy bien, 1, 2, soltamos. De acuerdo. Ah, ya la regué. Me pasé. Ahí está el cameo, que es Karma 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, soltamos. Genial. Y ahí vienen los bichos estos. Parecen langostas. No sé. Grillos. Quién sabe. Están bien raros, la verdad. Muy bien, perfectos y geniales. Uy, ahí la regué. Me brinqué 2 flechitas. Un genial, un perfecto, un de acuerdo y me bajaron otro genial, bueno. Un de acuerdo y perfecto. Muy bien, lo logramos. Muy bien, lo logramos en el último segundo. Y la comunidad tuvo éxito, yo tuve éxito. Muy bien, mi gente. Ahora sí tuvimos bastantes puntos a favor para que subiera la esperanza de vida de nuestro personaje. Astrid definitivamente tiene casi toda la barra. Ah, no es cierto. Yo lo vi que la tenía más de la mitad, pero vean, tiene poco menos del 50%. Bueno, vamos a recoger los objetivos. Vamos a reclamar esto, y vamos a checar las decisiones. Vamos a checar las decisiones. La primera, ¿cómo hará Astrid para impedir que Brit la denuncie con Aurora? Inculparla, negar todo delito. ¿Cómo vamos a inculpar a la hermana? No, yo digo que neguemos todo. Yo no sé nada, yo no, como diría Bart Simpson, yo no fui, yo no sé nada, yo no lo hice. Así estaba cuando llegué. Dice, ¿cómo ayudará Carl a Astrid? Hacer que Aurora intervenga, pedirle a Brit que la cuide, demandar que Eugene lo respalde. ¿Quién es Eugene? ¿Quién es Eugene? No tengo la menor idea, pero bueno. Aurora o Eugene. Yo me voy por esta de acá. Yo me voy por esta. Bueno, vamos a recoger los premiositos que nos dieron el día de hoy, las recompensas. Le vamos a dar reclamar todo. Y nos dieron un viandante feliz. Es un emoji, un cabello rojo, otro emoji más, un colgante manos bailarinas y un cuadro émulo. Ok, bueno, ya recogimos todos nuestros premios. Ahora, ya está otro objetivo aquí tenemos. Vamos a darle reclamar. Tenemos aquí, todavía tenemos más objetivos. Bueno, vamos a reclamar todos, de ser posible de una vez. Bueno, vamos al post-show. Recuerden, tarda aproximadamente unos 20 minutos. Los dejo para que chequen las novedades que nos trae el juego. Y regreso en un momento, mi gente. ¿Sale? Para que discutamos qué puede haber de novedoso para estos días por venir. Yo regreso, mi gente. Los dejo.
Right, everybody should be looking. This is a crisis. This is a catastrophe. Everybody should be involved.
Is a catastrophe a singular of catastrophe?
Catastrophe.
All right, well, speaking of things happening in the story, we gotta talk about how you can be involved in the story. So if production would mind putting up the cameos graphic, and Noah, I think you have some deets for us.
I sure do, because you, the audience, can be an extra on Silent Hill Ascension. You can take part in the cameo contests that we have regularly, and cameo contests are entered with influence points. So all those great influence points you've accumulated, you can use them to be an extra.
And that's just one important aspect of Silent Hill Ascension. It's our cameo system. So you, as an audience member, can be part of Silent Hill canon forever. Every day, you and the other audience members can enter a cameo contest to have parts in the series entered with influence points. We've had some pretty iconic cameos here. Noah, I know the Berryman has ripped to our king, the Berryman I too make. And I know you and I have talked about our dear friend BioGeek 93, who met sorry demise at the teeth of a dog. It's rough out here for cameos, but kind of fun.
Don't forget Lady Crow with the most fashionable glasses. She was rocking post-mortem. It's always a good time, even after you are dead, to rock those wonderful glasses. And we're really impressed with your fashion choices here. We're here for it 100%.
Yeah, as a round glasses rocker myself, bury me in these things, you know what I mean? We got the video that premiered today, which is Rachel and Eric argue about how to look for faith. And Eric leaves Rachel to continue searching. As I said, go, Eric. He finally earned that #1 dad sticker.
Finally! Oh my god, I'm so glad that he's coming to his own really here. It was kind of agonizing to see him be pushed away in silence and forced to dump his best friend and all kinds of then trust blindly things, and I'm like, okay, this is a relief. This man is getting out of Aristotle's dark cave. Plato? Aristotle.
An allegory of the cave, and Rachel's been doing nothing but tricking him with shadows, and now here he is.
You got me, Layla. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
But only in the Silent Hill Ascension pre and post shows can you get references to things like Linkin Park, and then also the allegory of the cave. We have nothing but range here. But yeah, no, totally. And, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, trust is earned, not only in marriages, but like, hey, Noah, you and I have been working together for a year now. I don't know, time is a flat circle, but that's the reason we can trust each other and trust our good friend Eduardo, because we've earned that trust, and I just haven't seen Rachel earn it. You know what I mean?
Right. She's been nothing, honestly, but like she's been very aggressive the whole time. I'm sorry, I do not see the gentle. Eric has a lot more range in his soft to firm, you know, balance. Rachel is like, though you do see her emotion breaking down, looking for her face. She's worried, so sick, you know.
Which, don't get me wrong, I love an aggressive lady. I myself can be an aggressive lady. I support women's wrongs. But in terms of, you know, looking for your kid and looking for Eric, Eric's got the range. Rachel, I'm excited to see yours, my dear. And hey, speaking of Rachel, let's talk about the decision. Sorry, not speaking of Rachel, but speaking of emotion.
No, speaking of Rachel, let's talk about Astrid.
The only catastrophe here is searching for these children. What's the decision today, Noah?
So it is, how will Astrid stop Brit from reporting her to Aurora? This is a tough one. She can accuse her, which is the redemption. She can beg for forgiveness, which is the suffering, or she can deny wrongdoing, which is the damnation option. First of all, she ain't done no wrongdoing. She ain't done no wrong. What she done wrong?
Oh, okay. Well, listen, Noah, Girly Pop did disappear for 3 days in the woods, and she didn't know what she was doing, so I'm not sure
She didn't mean it. She didn't mean it.
Yeah, well... Excuse me. Listen,
That's fair. That's fair. I'm hearing you.
But you know, I can't. This is not one-sided, because that call from Brit was completely out of pocket. She came. We got Veni Vidi Vici. She showed up. She came. She saw her nephew missing, and then she conquered the situation by saying the most criminally unhinged thing she could possibly think to say. I don't know if there's any winners in this situation.
There are no winners, it seems. But yeah, I don't know. Like, this is an extremely stressful situation. We have Aurora here on top of our on our backs. Like, just, I don't know. I'm sorry. It's my anti-authority side. I don't like this meddling. Yeah, there's a family here. They can take care of it.
Speaking, yeah, geez, you're right to bring up Aurora too, because speaking of out-of-pocket people, she's out there with her herbal pills, cannon about making it rain like, you know, like brandless breath candies that are shaped like pills. Also,
it's like your pyramid-shaped self-improvement program. It's a pill-shaped some type of something. It's a stress.
It's so stressful, but I mean, you know, poor Astrid's got that, the Barnivore like bearing down on her with Aurora. And she's got her father, who is, put this, less than useful, and then now Brit just raining down pressure in an already stressful situation. So I'm very curious to see what the audience will choose here, because again, no winners in this situation.
Everybody loses, but I just want to remind everybody that the decisions and the endurance scenes and the puzzles, they all contribute to whether a character will face redemption, suffering, or damnation in the grand Silent Hill Ascension finale. And their fate is decided, as you know, across the length of the season. So a character's hope needs to be high enough for them to survive crucial moments in the story, as we have seen with our rest in peace buddy Toby. This is very, very important. We want those hope up if you want them to survive.
Right, and I think we talked earlier a little bit about Eric's hope is so far pretty high. It's past that middle mark. It's in the positive, which is good. But you know what else is exciting? So I was watching the Endure scene that was happening, and the community has been pretty consistently succeeding, and Astrid's hope is slowly crawling up there again, Noah. She's almost at that halfway point now.
I'm feeling the hope climbing up. But I do feel it. I'm excited. We passed the endurance. The hope's coming up. Maybe it will help us find Orson. I do not know how this is going to pan out. But Leila, could you explain a little bit more about the fate and hope system in a wider context of things?
Absolutely. So if you weren't here for the pre-show, let's dive back into Fate and Hope. So again, Silent Hill Ascension is an interactive series where you, the audience, ultimately decides what happens to these characters. When you make decisions, you'll notice some of them are fate decisions, where you can get a character onto redemption, suffering, or damnation. When those decisions kind of all come together, you can see what sort of track your character of choice is on. There's also the hope system, and you can raise or frankly lower a character's hope by your participation in endurance scenes, and then also the puzzles in the arcane library. The puzzles rotate in and out every single day, and we actually just introduced a new one, I believe, last week called Pathways. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. And every day a character is assigned to a puzzle, and you can go and try to raise their hope that way. We actually, I think, saw, I believe our marketing team may have reposted this, but there are folks on social media like rallying around their favorite characters and trying to, get a group going to save their faves, which, I mean, that's kind of the point, Noah, right? We're trying to get some groups going. We're trying to get everyone as a community to, so to speak, rally around their favorite characters and try and save at least someone, right?
We are in this world where we are so deeply lonely, deeply isolated, surrounded with screens. This is our chance to come all together and do stuff together, rally together, win together, fail together. This is everybody. Come join us. There is a fate and hope system in place here that we can all impact together. No, but really for me, I really like that feeling of like, I'm not alone watching this. Like, sometimes I also get a little bit spooked if I'm alone watching, spooky things. So like the comfort of having the community together in this is really great for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And seeing the community like genuinely come together to get in on making these decisions and to I think the specific, I believe it was like some folks were rallying around Carl, which I found.
Sad old man. No, wet. Is it sad or wet, Leila?
Both. It's kind of wet is kind of a descriptor of sad. Kind of like all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. It's kind of like that. All wet people are sad, but not all sad people are wet. But all that to say, all the decisions are made around with the community in mind, and so far the trends have been very. I think we started out very strong redemption with the audience, and then I think a couple of weeks ago we started to see the audience mix it up a little bit. Right, we had some damnation, we had some suffering, and now, no, I don't know if you've noticed, we're kind of back on the redemptive track.
We are redemptioning here. We are we are totally redeeming here together, and we are seeing how it works with our decisions, because it seemed like a lot of the redemption options were also like the kind of like we're kind of dying to see it options. You know what I mean? They were kind of the spicy options as well, right?
It definitely seems like the audience is going for the thing they'd like to see most, which so far has been aligning with the redemption path, but won't necessarily stay true. And I think we actually have a decision graphic for what opened today.
Right. I would love to read it if production will show it, but only, just kidding. I'm going to just say what it is.
Hold the show hostage.
No. I'm going going to read it now. How will Astrid stop Brit from reporting her to Aurora? This is another fate decision. So, A, she's gonna accuse her, which is the redemption option. B, beg for forgiveness, suffering. Or deny wrongdoing, which is the domination option. So again, we have to figure out, are we gonna lie to the authorities or like deny, are we gonna accuse, is Astrid going to accuse, wait, sorry. Who's accusing who?
Astrid, right? We got
right.
doing a lot of accusating.
There's a lot of accusating and redemptioning going on.
Yes. Welcome to the slowly made up vocabulary. Show. But yeah, right now I'm looking at the decision. It's obviously only been live for a hot one. And we're at a solid 50-50 just to kick things off, Noah. So who knows? Maybe Astrid will deny wrongdoing.
She might. She very well might. And you know what? I told you, I'm kind of leaning towards that because I'm like, what she done wrong? I don't know. Like, she's not her fault that she gets carried away into other worlds with monsters in them. Like, it's victim blaming, man.
I think in Astrid's shoes, I would also, at least initially, deny wrongdoing because I don't know if your son going missing is the best place for you to pull out the eternal sibling argument of, no, I didn't, you did it.
Right. I don't know if Aurora is going to be very impressed with civil rivalry as a means of reobtaining a child. I do not know.
Yeah, I think that might be, I don't know how I would react anyway. But hey, speaking of, we got more graphics for you. Welcome to the developer updates portion of our show, if production would not mind throwing that. Noah, I think you have a good summary for us of what's been going on.
I sure do, because the catch-up will now play back where you left off, which is really fun because it's convenient and great. We also had bug fixes and experience improvements for the puzzles, and there is a holiday break planned. So, Layla, can you please enlighten us more?
I would love to. So again, for catch up, there's a resume functionality now. So if you started watching a scene, when you leave, it'll pick back up right where you left off instead of the beginning, which is just a nice quality of life improvement. Also, you can now turn off autoplay in the decision screen. Puzzles and mindfulness have had a lot of small updates in order just to, again, quality of life improvements. Folks love the puzzles. We want to make sure you continue loving them and that they're a nicer experience for everybody. And then in terms of our holiday break, similar to Thanksgiving, we will simply be taking a holiday break. And so, Noah, that was the updates.
We are actually nearing the end of the show. So, Layla, can you please recap?
Absolutely. So the kids, most importantly, still missing, and now an adult is also missing. Again, we're gonna run out of proverbial milk cartons soon to put these. Listen, tensions are rising. At some point or another, they're gonna boil over, right? Just like we saw with Toby and his self-sacrifice. So much tension we can handle before you kind of hit a limit. But please, after our show, stick around in the app for some puzzles. As I said last week, you got a new one, Pathways. If you haven't had a chance to check that out yet, if it's live today or tomorrow, you can go ahead and take a look at it. But we have a graphic, I believe, for the next show. Ta-da! So once again, we are here with you Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5:40 p.m. Pacific. So our next show will be Friday. Every weekday, you can enjoy Silent Hill Ascension at 6 p.m. Pacific. And then as soon as the indoor scene is over, you'll come back to the hosts, whether it's me and Noah or Eduardo, who are here and join us for the post show. Thank you all very much for your time. As always, we love spending time with you here on the live stream. Noah, I love seeing your beautiful face.
I love you, Layla.
We love hearing your voice in the background as you guide us. But thank you all very much and have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Y listo, mi gente, terminó el post show del día de hoy. ¿Cómo ven? ¿Se van a aventar vacaciones? Yo creo que tienen que dejarnos algo muy bueno antes de las vacaciones. Ahora, ¿qué les parecieron los capítulos de hoy? La verdad, estuvieron interesantes. Definitivamente, esta Rachel está teniendo problemas muy serios con su marido. Ya su marido ya está como que está despertando y está diciendo: ya carajo, hasta aquí llegó la fundación y todo lo demás y no veo claro. Ahora resulta que mi hija te está en problemas. Bueno, pues algo va a tener que ocurrir ahí. Ahora tenemos a Astrid también con la pérdida de su hijo. Sin embargo, ¿qué fue esa llamada? ¿Quién fue quien le llamó de que estaba en un castillo de hielo? O sea, ¿qué onda? Alguien que tenga una noción de qué puede ser o qué fue lo que, o qué es lo que está ocurriendo. Realmente se está poniendo bastante intrigante. Pero bueno, aquí tenemos una vista de los capítulos de mañana. El capítulo se llama Entre Amigos. ¿Sale? Y tenemos aquí a Faith Hernández, que es la hija de Rachel. Por lo visto ya han pasado varios días. Recordemos que Astrid y su hijo perdió a su hijo el mismo día que desapareció Faith. Y según esto ya lleva más de 3 días. Entonces supongo que también esta otra niña Faith ya lleva suficiente tiempo desaparecida. Pero bueno, ya todo esto lo veremos mañana. También veremos en qué termina el desenlace de la hermana de Astrid, Brit, porque realmente las cosas entre ellas están candentes, se andan agarrando del chongo. Tráiganles un referee, traigan la tarjeta de la malamita para ver cómo va a terminar esa pelea entre ellas. La verdad sí está medio canijo el asunto, pero bueno, pues mi gente, gracias por estar con nosotros, gracias por acompañarnos, gracias por estar aquí. Saben que para mí es un honor que nos visiten, que compartan el tiempo con nosotros. Y recuerden suscribirse, recuerden darle like, recuerden compartir. Y no olviden que el día de mañana no hay pre-show ni post-show. Entonces estaremos haciendo únicamente la transmisión del capítulo y posteriormente el gameplay. Así que mi gente, gracias por estar aquí. Recuerden, yo soy Penumbra, lo vuelvo a repetir. Suscríbanse, compartan, den like y no olviden dejar sus comentarios para que nosotros podamos seguir creciendo como canal. Así que bueno, mi gente, muchas gracias por estar aquí. Nos vemos el día de mañana. Pasen buena noche, mucha salud. Soy Penumbra y hasta luego.